You gotta make sure it's legal. Just one time. We expect you all to sing along with us. Granny, won't you smoke some? Granny, won't you smoke some? Granny, won't you smoke some marijuana? I used to sit around and I'd sing about booze. You don't say.
Not that I don't occasionally still.
Alcoholic.
Uh-oh.
But now I sing about whatever I choose. Oh, Deputy Man.
On an overcast day like today.
Granny, won't you smoke some? Granny, won't you smoke some? Granny, won't you smoke some marijuana? Swimming high through the boogie. Granny, won't you smoke some? Granny, won't you smoke some? Granny, won't you smoke some marijuana? Granny, won't you smoke some? Granny, won't you smoke some? Granny, won't you smoke some marijuana? We all know that you smoke smoke for the roach. Granny, won't you smoke some? Granny, won't you smoke some? Granny, won't you smoke some marijuana? Granny, won't you smoke some? Granny, won't you smoke some? Granny, won't you smoke some? trim a bill of ganja, trim a snip a clip a trim a bill of D. Stim a trip clip, trim a bill of ganja, stim a trim a smoke, trim a bill of D. Kaya, trim a bill of ganja, kaya, trim a bill of D. Kaya, trim a bill of ganja, kaya, trim a bill of D.
Two hits and the joint turned round. Oh, pretty baby. Two hits and the joint turned round.
having us today. So we're the Monkey Mountain Boys. Ah, it's good to be here for such good cause. Absolutely. That's also Cinco de Mayo, isn't it? That's right.
I had personal experience of being prosecuted for being a non-violent, non-harmful marijuana lover. And so we're going to do a nice little song by Shel Silverstein. It's kind of funny. He wrote a whole lot of children's stuff, but, you know, he wouldn't leave out the topic like today's event. You know, not just...
Don't give a dose to the one you love the most?
No, that's actually not what I was thinking of. And not Quaaludes again, either.
No.
The Great Smoke Off. No, I wish I could remember that.
Damn.
Hurley Sweet Cakes, right? Well, I was sitting in my basement. I just rolled myself a taste of something green and gold and glorious to get me through the day. When a friend broke through my trances, said, grab your coat and get your hat, son. 'Cause there's a nut down on the corner, he's giving dollar bills away. But I sat around a bit and I had another hit. Rolled myself a bummer and I thought about my mama. Looked around, pulled around, jacked around a while in the day. I was stoned and I missed it. I was stoned and I missed it. I was stoned and it rolled right by. I was stoned and I missed it. I was stoned and I missed it. I was stoned. Pull me over.
Well, it took 7 months of urging just to get that local virgin with a sweet face back to my place. Pull around the bed, and in the morning she woke up rosy, and she snuggled up and cozy. And she asked me how I liked it. Well, it hurt me to admit I was stoned and I missed it. I was stoned and I missed it. I was stoned and it rolled right by. I was stoned and I missed it. I was stoned and I missed it. I was stoned. Tell me how much.
Well, I ain't making no excuses for the many I uses just to brighten my relationships and, you know, clean up my day. Once a few races over, and I'm headed for Clover. And you ask me how my life is went, well, I guess I'll have to say I was
Stoned and I missed it. I was stoned and I missed it. I was stoned and it rolled right by. I was stoned and I missed it. I was stoned and I missed it. I was stoned. Roll me over. Please don't dominate the rap track if you got nothing new to say. If you please don't back up the track, this train's got to run today. to give. One way or another, one way or another, one way or another, this darkness has got to give.
Like our next speaker, who is an attorney down in Kentucky, and he wrote a book about his life, and it's a very interesting life, let me tell you. Put your hands together for Gatewood Galbraith.
Howdy, folks. Man, what a delight and a pleasure to be here. Thank every one of you for being here. Let's thank everybody else for being here besides you. Let's put our hands together for everybody that's here, standing up, voicing their opinion. I declared marijuana legal in Kentucky, and there's nobody that's disproven me since that day. So in Kentucky nowadays, marijuana is legal. It's legal to smoke marijuana in your home in the state of Kentucky. And I want to tell you how we did that, and you might be able to do it here in Ohio too. And bypass a lot of this arbitrary shit where they make you think that they have the authority to stop you from smoking pot. They may not have that authority. Here's how we did it in Kentucky. The Constitution covers us all. But it's only a piece of paper with words written on it. And until you stand up and give it life, until you stand up and personify it, until you stand up and insist upon your rights that are inherent in that piece of paper with words written on it, they're going to take them away from you each and every opportunity that they have. If they bust me in my home for marijuana in the state of Kentucky, I'm going to kick their ass and make them give it back to me. By God, we live under a system of laws. We live under a constitutional system of government that gives each and every one of you the power of an army, if you know how to use it. And I have constitutional rights that I will stuff down their throat if they don't get off the back of the most private behavior in our own homes. The name of my book is The Last Free Man in America, and that's a challenge, not a title. I know you may think, well, why is this guy calling himself the last free man in America? I'm just as free as he is, and my answer to you is no, you're not. If you don't know your rights when they come asking you questions, if you don't know that you can keep them outside your door just by telling them, no, you can't come in, if you don't know you have the right to remain silent, if you don't know that you have the right to keep them from searching your car and your home, if you don't know you have those rights, they're not going to tell you about it. They're just going to go ahead and take them from you. So in order to prepare yourself in the modern day world, and especially you young'uns, because the police state is getting bigger and bigger every day, you young'uns had better learn the system, learn what your rights are, and practice standing up for them, or else you're going to be a pawn in their hands and grist for the mill. At least 3% of you all standing out there right now are destined to end up in prison, because they have a prison system set up where they need 3% of you all to feed through. And they're going to pass whatever laws they have to make sure that constant, steady flow of 3% of you all come through. Because a lot of you are considered more valuable as a prisoner than you are as a working unit out there. Don't let them do it to you.
Danny Plowler.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming tonight. First of all, let's give Linda a big round of applause for putting this thing together. She's always working hard for the movement. My name is Danny Plowler. I'm also the founder of Blunt Politics. My world has changed drastically in the past year. I have officially signed a pro contract to start fighting mixed martial arts tournaments all over the world. Now it's a time for me to be able to spread this word all over the world because no one can stop me from saying what I want to say on television. But what's really cool about it is I get to pick my own sponsors. Right now, I am going to plug my first sponsor, Kentucky Hemp Outfitters, for my jeans, 100% hemp. So, you know, these are some of the things that, I mean, like today, how many of y'all drove in a gas-powered vehicle today? Suckers. I drove here with a liter of hemp seed oil in my car. I run vegetable oil through my car. And so if I ever get pulled over, they ask me if I have any marijuana in the car. I'll say, yeah, it's in a tank. God bless everyone.
Danny Plowler, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to watch him on Fox Sports. So get over to this table over here, sign up to vote if you're not already registered, and they will help you out. Next person that we're going to bring up is a kind sir from the Hamilton Libertarian Party. This is Paul Green. Put your hands together.
Good afternoon. My name is Paul Green. I'm chairman of the Hamilton County Libertarian Party. And I'm going to tell you something that you already know, and that is that the drug war is based on lies and hypocrisy. They recently passed a law here in Cincinnati that raised the fine for simple possession of marijuana from a 5th-degree misdemeanor and a $100 fine to a $250 fine and up to 30 days in jail. And they based that on lies. They said that there were people coming over from Kentucky and Indiana to buy drugs here. It turned out that less than 3 out of every 100 people that came here came to Cincinnati to buy drugs from Kentucky and Indiana. It was a minuscule part of the problem. They lied when they said if we passed this law, it would get guns off our street and reduce crime. Instead, crime went up. There were more murders last year in the city than we've ever had in the history of the city of Cincinnati. I agree. So let's apply those standards of accountability and responsibility to the politicians themselves. Let's start holding politicians accountable for the consequences of the war on drugs. For too long, politicians have lied to us about the war on drugs, and they have not been held accountable. For too long, politicians have vilified those who try to start any discussion about alternatives to the war on drugs, and they have not been held accountable. For too long, the politicians have ignored the statistics produced by their own government agencies, which show just how big a failure their policies are, and they have not been held accountable. So the next time a politician tells you that the solution to our drug problem is more police or more money, let them know that one definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And the other thing we can do is we can work together to make sure that this law that they passed back in March doesn't stand. I'm going to be working on that for the next several months, and I invite you all to work with me to make sure that the marijuana laws in Cincinnati are no harsher than the marijuana laws in the state of Ohio. Thank you.
Paul Green from the Hamilton County Libertarian Party, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of good, interesting information. Be sure to keep in contact with him. And also the brand new WEED radio network, which is developing on MySpace. Be sure to check them out there. There's a lot of stuff going on. So if you're ready to get involved, now is your time. But ladies and gentlemen, we are just about approaching a certain time of day that we're all familiar with. And to help usher that in right now, I'm going to give to you the man who is frequently known as AKA the Marijuana Man. This is Reverend Roland A. Doobie.
Hey, potheads! You know, this part right here, this is not off limits, okay? And thanks for France for sending out a representative. We appreciate the French support. Come on down here. You know, if you're not here, it's 420. I won't be able to pass you this joint. I'm tired of this crazy marijuana war. You know, there's so many misconceptions about marijuana. My son thinks marijuana makes you invisible because they tell him he can't see me because I smoke pot. All right, we're going to have a sign contest, so if everybody wants to hold up your sign, then we'll bring Ken and Barbie. Brian, back out. We're gonna have a sign contest. Everybody, you know, get your ass out here in the middle of the thing, man. Look like a crowd.
We have Free the Inmates right there. That's not too bad because, turn that around again so we can see the other side there. Free the Inmates.
The other side of the sign.
But thank you anyways. That was very good. Yeah. Ooh, there's another one going with the whole event thing. Your walls can't hold us all. We have Overgrow the Government over there. I like that. I like that. It's a nice, catchy little.
I like the unlock the plant. People back there.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's kind of psychedelic there.
That's got some serious.
Yeah, bring them on up.
Yeah, come on up here. Might as well have a guy in the midst, right? Don't want to seem like we're sexist.
Should we go with one more to grow on? Just for the hell of it.
One more to grow pot on.
Yeah, there you go. He cut wood. All right, now it's your turn.
Now you guys are going to vote on these signs.
Okay, now when we point to them, you guys applaud, yell, scream, or whatever, throw things, just make them soft. All right, ladies and gentlemen, decriminalize, privatize, legalize.
Right on.
A lot of applause. Yeah, that was pretty good. Okay, here we go. Cannabis takes the pain away. Flip it around for the theme of this march. Free the inmates who need Mary Jane.
Or at least give them some Mary Jane while they're in jail.
All right, and then finally, last but not least, the psychedelia of unlock the plant, free the people.
They're pretty much easy all the way down the line.
Well, I think we do have an overwhelming majority. Decriminalize.
Prioritize. Realize. All right.
We have the winner.
We have our winner.
And what is she winning?
She's gonna be winning a hemp rock prize package, and she has to.
Yeah, the Gutenberg Bible was actually printed on hemp paper. The Gutenberg Bible was made out of marijuana. Jesus used marijuana. Do y'all know that? Yeah. In Exodus 30:23, the holy anointing oil was made from marijuana. The main ingredient in the holy anointing oil, Jesus, used marijuana. Any Christian now should have the right to use marijuana as part of their religion. I bet you're Christian.
Why not? We have a sucker named Bush.
Yeah.
Why can't we have
I hate that guy.
sucker after plant?
God, I hate Bush. You know, you give a bad name to the word Bush. Used to, you'd think, oh good, I'm gonna see Bush on the TV, you know? Now it's like, damn it, I saw Bush on the TV! Oh, friggin' spun around, it's backwards, it doesn't make any sense. So legalize marijuana! Legalize, prioritize, and realize!
18 years old and get registered to vote with Paul.
Right on, right on.
And although I know it might be tempting to sit behind the TV and watch MTV while you're getting all stoned on voting day, but take that half hour, go out to your poll, and just fill in that blank.
And one day it will be possible to vote.
Such a wonderful day here on the courthouse square.
We would like to thank North Ohio Normal, WONPR, Women's Organization for National Prohibition Reform. We would also like to thank the MMJ Action Network, which she does have some things going on right now for a bill, doesn't she?
Yeah, very good news coming today, so stick around. Be sure to stick around for those speakers.
Then we would also like to thank a few more folks. We want to thank Hemp Rock, of course, the Happy Hemp Dress right over here at the table. Make sure you get over there. T-shirt off for this year's 2007 Million Marijuana March.
And I have to say that Senior Bull himself does that fantastic artwork that you see on those shirts. So he deserves kudos just for that. He's been drawing them roaches on them shirts for years.
Thank you. I try to be humble about it. Make sure you call the hemp line, 513-684-HEMP. Give them a call and find out what's going on now.
I'd also like to thank the sponsors for today's event, Hustler Hollywood, Hemptations, and Detox for Less.
And I know the happy one over here, she would like to thank WEBN and the Fox. They ran a few commercials for her, so that's pretty good when you can actually get the the national media, local media, any kind of media to promote an event like this. I gotta go smoke a weed. I think we can do that. From the SSDP, here is Todd Roy. Put your hands together.
Yeah, hope everybody's having a great day today. Just like to say welcome to another Global Marijuana March. We've been doing this for years. This will be my fourth year now, or third year coming down to one. My name's Todd Roy. They mentioned the SSDP, that's the Students for Sensible Drug Policy. It's a national organization that has been working to fight the laws that help keep students with drug charges from getting financial aid. I was one of those students at one time. It took me a long time to finally get my butt back into school after I realized that I couldn't get financial aid and couldn't afford to go. But now I'm back in school, and I'm up here speaking because 3 years ago I was one of those people out in the crowd looking up at all these speakers, and I was inspired to realize that I have to get out there and do something myself, because that's our biggest problem in this movement. We have a lot of people who want things to change, but nobody wants to get out there and do something about it. So that can't sit there and throw us all in jail and expect us not to get mad about it. I know everybody either knows someone who's been to jail for it or knows someone who may be in jail right now for it. And I know I've had my times of spending an overnight in the courthouse because I got busted for pot. Like, you want us to piss in a cup before we get a job? How many people here have had to piss in a cup to get a job? If that's not the most downright invasion of personal privacy that anywhere that you can think of, I'm sorry, but why do you need to know what's in my piss? There's no reason you need to know what's in my piss, because that doesn't affect how I work. You know what? They talk about lazy potheads, but we have plenty of potheads who, you know, martial artists. I know guys who work out every day, who smoke pot every day. I frickin' go to school, I work full-time, and I'm a full-time pothead. That's a lot of frickin' work. And everybody here's mentioned it, and we need to keep mentioning it. You've got to get out there and vote, because that's their secret. They put us all in jail, and we can't vote. So everybody have a great afternoon. I hope everybody's getting signed up to vote if you're not able to vote, because that's the only way things are going to change. Get every single one of your friends out to the polls, because we got to get these council members out of office, or else this law is just going to sit there on the books. Like, we are going to be working on a petition, but the easiest way is to just vote them out of office. Vote people into office who are going to stand up for our rights. That's what we got to do. Everyone have a great day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Todd Roy. Give him a round of applause. He's a good, sensible young man. He knows what it's like to be discriminated against. You know, one thing, I'll tell you the truth, and I can tell you right now, the guys that are sitting across the street from us over there, I bet you know what aggravates them about the pot laws. They got to waste about 3 hours booking somebody every time they got to bring them in when they find a roach, when they could actually be out there stopping real crime. You know, the real crime, like the increased murders that we had last year. Do you see a correlation? The cops are wasting their time with pot smokers, and murder shoots through the roof. Cecil Thomas, do you pay attention to that mathematical formulation there? Good job, fella. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, right now I'm going to bring up a man who's been working hard today, but he is a long-time speaker in the war on drugs. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, without further ado, I would like to introduce Colonel Cannabis.
Forgot what I was doing down here. Welcome everybody down here to the Cinco de Marijuana Million Marijuana March for 2007. I want to thank the Rumpke Mountain Boys and all the other people. I also want to send just a quick little see Kyle out to Chief Stryker. You know, a lot of people call cops pigs, and I don't understand this. A pig is a relatively smart animal, relatively clean. I guess we call cops pigs because lying, disgusting, backstabbing Nazi bastards takes too long. Let's talk about a cop, a Cincinnati police officer who was just awarded, Mothers Against Drunk Driving's highest award. And what did this hypocritical Nazi backstabbing motherfucking bastard do? He was down in Indiana at the casinos, boozing it up, and then driving at a high rate of speed, so fast, so recklessly, that a woman that was following had to stop the Indiana police officer down there and get him pulled off the road. These are the kind of people that are protecting us. So if everybody please turn around and let's give them a quick see Kyle to the Gestapo wannabes. See Kyle! See Kyle! See Kyle! Go fight some real crime. Putting potheads in jail isn't doing shit. You know what it's doing? It's getting them another facility. Cons. And what do they have to do? They got to lock people up. 1,400, 1,500 beds. I am Colonel Cannabis of the 1st Pot Platoon, Reefer Ranger, Marijuana Militia. Yeah! And you want to talk about a nightmare for the police? We're stoned and heavily armed, okay? Branch Davidians, hey, they were amateurs, man. We're professionals. And I'm telling you, it is a drug war. And why do they go after the pot smokers? Because they know we're really not going to fight back. You've heard the statistics. You don't have to listen to us. You don't have to listen to the news. You don't have to go to your rabbi, your priest, your mother, anybody else. You know what's going on in this town. You know, when you make things illegal and you forget to try to regulate them, the criminal element will take over. You can go to the hospitals. They'll tell you. It's like the average amount of money that one of the dope dealers have on them when they come in with a bullet wound in them is about $6,000. Of course, they don't have insurance, and we're all paying for that. We're all paying for that. You know, you want to get guns off the streets? Well, let's get the dope dealers off the streets. Let's put them behind a storefront. Let's tax and regulate it, and let's start with marijuana today. I mean, here we got right now. We've got a cop sitting over here. He's either on his lunch break, but I don't see a donut store around. You know. So what the hell good is he doing there? Our tax money at work, folks. Call Cecil Thomas, the lying bastard that he is, and tell him you don't believe a word that he says. You know, I want to protect police. I don't want to see anybody get hurt, especially the men and women that are out here. There are a few good, decent, honest cops. I haven't fucking met any in my life. They're all lying bastards. The ones that were down in Tennessee, you might have heard about this about a month or two ago, maybe a little bit longer. They did a no-knock raid. Little old lady, 80-year-old in the wheelchair. NRA member, she got a shot off. Unfortunately, she missed. She got one shot off, and then the police put about 14 rounds into her and their own men. And they set her up, and they planted some marijuana. What the hell are the cops throwing out, shooting and gunning with dope in their pocket, man? I mean, this is just fundamentally wrong. Fundamentally wrong. You know, cops are corrupt. We have got to change the system, man. It stinks from the top all the way down to the roots. If you notice, most of the cops, they can't shoot. They wind up shooting their own partners. You know? So I understand why the cops might want to enforce this law. It gets them off the rough and tough streets where they're not getting shot at. Okay? Well, we can do a better job than that, man. Let's tax and regulate and we can handle all those problems. The problems that liberty give us, we can handle. The problems that tyranny give us, the solution is loud. And that's when the marijuana militia might have to come in. It's the militias that made this country. And maybe it'll be the marijuana militia that will give this country back true freedom. You know, all over the world, you know, 20 years ago when we started this, there was no such thing as hemp clothes, hemp oil, hemp any of this other stuff. It's now a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's a joke. I mean, think about this. Every year we get bigger and bigger drug busts, and they keep telling us fewer and fewer people are smoking. I've been smoking for 30-something years, and I really try to hold up my end, okay? But if less and less people are smoking, I think the average is me, Doc, and the rest of us over here are probably smoking about 47 tons apiece a year. And man, I can't roll that much. So there's a hell of a lot of pot smokers out there, folks. A hell of a lot of pot smokers. Most of them are in the closet, okay? That's a fire hazard. Don't smoke dope in the closet, okay? Come on out. Come out of the closet, okay? Just like this, man. Where you find a roach, you find 1,000 more. Where you find a pothead, man, you find 1,000 more. And just think of all the kind buds you might get there. You know, we all come out, and if people haven't been to the Reefer Rumble, oh, man, the Reefer Rumble, man, is a slice of heaven. I'm not even going to say Amsterdam, man, because that's too damn far away to go, and I can't speak. Me sprechen Sie Deutsch, not too good. But, hey, the Reefer Rumbles that we have around here, you got to get on the invite list, and then you get your VIP judge card, and you got reefer runners that bring you just some of the finest marijuana that is grown in the area, probably within about 500 miles. This stuff is fantastic, man. Little slice of heaven that is held every year. The Cincinnati Reefer Rumble. We can't call it the Cannabis Cup because High Times wanted to sue us, but it's the Reefer Rumble. So if you get, and one more time for the police officers, see Kyle, legalize! Thank you very much.
Everybody, salute Colonel Cannabis. Folks, gotta see the tees. These are the 2007 Million Marijuana March tees, and you can pick them up right over here at the Hemp Rock table. So don't be shy. Go on over there and get them. They're right down there. It's got the little roach, the reefer roach. He is sitting in jail, and contrary to belief, he's still smoking, because even though you put the roach in the jail, he can still get it. So what's the point of taking him off the street? Get out of the way. Have a good day, officer. Doing a good job, doing a good job. And here's another guy that does a great job. Here is Fat Freddy.
Hello, warriors. It's about time that we change this law. We have worked at it now. I've been at it, for a long, long time. And I've come to these functions, and I see a lot of people here that I recognize from other functions I've been to. I'm headed, just I don't have names, I remember a lot, but I sure think remember your face. We have right now a man down in Kentucky that was busted. Ronnie Fowler was busted in Kentucky for giving marijuana away. He was told by God to give marijuana away because God was unhappy with the way we were doing things here on earth. Now he's going to court on Monday, and they busted, like you mentioned a minute ago, busted a 92-year-old lady's house. And when they came through the door, unannounced warrant, they opened her door. When they opened her door, she started blasting out, man. She's a little old lady in bed. They killed that 92-year-old lady. I mean, killed her dead center. Shot her dead. And then planted marijuana, saying she was a drug dealer. And the person that turned her in said they told him to say it. They told him to say he bought drugs there. Boy, it's a whole big mess, but you'll never hear it on national news. They won't tell you nothing. They keep all our projects like this quiet. And thank you very much for coming out here today. And I'll turn this back over.
All right, let's get those hands going one more time for Fat Freddy, man. It's good. Here right around 5:30, we're going to be marching over to the Hamilton County Justice Center to demand the release of the marijuana prisoners that Cecil Thomas and his pack of cronies are holding right now. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Miss Kay Lee.
Hey, Cincinnati. I came out from Atlanta, Georgia. My name is Kay Lee. I'm a very motivated great-grandmother, and I smoke pot. In fact, this year was my very first arrest in my entire life. I was arrested for pot, and they say if you're going to go to jail, go for your cause. I've been studying the prison issue for a number of years because I realized that we used to send people to prison because we were afraid of them, and now we send them to jail because we don't like their choices. So thank you for being here. I read that Russia today is having a march like ours, but the officials have said they've got to stop it any way they can because marijuana addicts should not rally. So I love you all, and thank you for having me here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kaylee. Let's hear for her again. She's doing great lady. She's been here for years and years doing, coming up and speaking to people, informing them, and just telling of life circumstances that are... All right, it's not a contest, but everybody out there with signs, raise them up nice and high and show your pride. And we want you to also raise those signs high when we march over here to the Justice Center so that all those inmates up there that are in there for weed will know that you care.
You know, we've got a lot of new warriors that are coming along on the scene because we've got a new phase of this war going on. Cincinnati, for some ridiculous reason, declared war on potheads, and I don't understand that. We once challenged David Pepper and said, why is that? Because we're easy pickings? Because we probably don't want to get up off the couch to vote anyway. That's what the problem is. Everybody talks about doing something and they don't do something. How many times you and your friends sit around and said, maybe we should do this, maybe we should do that, but then you just burn another joint and you don't? Stop it. I guess the article was called Treating Yourself. All right, Treating Yourself, Alternative Medical Journal. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Miss Tanya Davis.
Hello, everyone. We've got some neat things going on. First of all, my name is Tanya Davis, and I'm a medical cannabis activist and patient advocate here in the state of Ohio. I am the writer of a bill called the Ohio Compassionate Act. What that would do, it would remove very sick people out of this drug war. I am proud to announce that we do have a brave enough senator that is and agreed to sponsor this bill into the Senate. You know, if Cincinnati wants to have this bad law and arrest folks on marijuana, period, we need to at least to remove the sick folks out of it. Do you agree? You guys have a great evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tanya Davis. Doing a lot of work. Give it up for her. Louder than that. Come on. Yeah. She's up there fighting in Columbus, dealing with all those bureaucrats up there.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome to the stage Mr. Rob Ryan.
Thank you very much. You know, there's a couple things missing from today's gathering. And the first one I noted was, there's no hecklers. There's nobody standing against us. So what are we so afraid of? There's no one standing against us. It's only our own limitations that are boxing us in. Okay? At the city council hearing on the marijuana law, there was 50 people who stood up and for one reason or another said this law is bad. This is a step backward. So what I'm saying to you is, I guess it's like, get out of the closet. Get out of the closet and just be proud of who you are and be good. Thank you.
Rob Ryan, ladies and gentlemen.
Have you got the Rizza packet?
Smoke some weed. I only smoke blunts if they roll props. Smoke some weed. I only smoke blunts if they roll props. Roll blunt, smoking bud out of the weed.
Smoke
weed, smoke
marijuana.
Roll blunt, smoking bud out of the weed.
Smoke
weed, smoke
marijuana.
All you do is smoke pot and watch TV all day.
Smoke dope,
marijuana, hash,
marijuana.
All you do is smoke pot and watch TV all day.
Smoking
hash,
smoke
blunt, marijuana.
Smoke some weed.
I only smoke blunts if they roll props.
If you're growing cannabis, you need to take certain precautions. Don't tell anyone.
Go to a copper and ask him for a light for their split.
I'm a joker and I'm a smoker. Bag of weed,
Smoke
weed, smoke
marijuana.
All you do is smoke pot and watch TV.
I'm smoking
hash,
marijuana.
I am smoking grass from Jupiter. They're a really good joint, Jupiter.
Weed, roll blunt, smoking bud. Bag of weed,
Smoke
weed, smoke
marijuana.
Smoke some weed.
I only smoke blunts if they roll props.
Weed, cause I got it going on.
All you do is smoke.
You smoke a lot of dope.
Bag of weed,
Smoke
weed.
The burning of incense could be used to mask the smoking of cannabis resin.
Smoke blunts if they roll props.
What about his pupils? They're sluggish and dilated.
That's because you just smoked a joint.
Smoke some weed.
I only smoke blunts if they roll props.
Can I buy some pot from you?
Smoke
weed, smoke
marijuana.
Whose joints are best joints in town? They get you come down.
Smoke some weed.
I only smoke blunts if they roll props.
Go to a copper and ask him for a light for their split.
Never even smoked a cigarette.
Smoke blunt, smoking bud, bag of weed.
We don't know where we could score on some good grants, do we? Being a pot smoker.
Watch TV all day.
Smoking
hash,
blunt, marijuana.
No, man. This is grass.
You mean marijuana?
Smoke some weed.
I only smoke blunts if they roll props. smoke some weed. I only smoke blunts if they roll props, but smoke some weed. I only smoke smoke blunts. Marijuana.
A little bit weed, 'cause I got it going.
One sunny day I was riding my bike and smoking a joint, 'cause that's what I like. A policeman stopped me and began to stare, and he said, "Hey sonny, what you smoking there?" I said, "It's a reefer, do you want some, policeman? It's a reefer, do you want a blast? It's a reefer, do you want some, policeman? Or would you prefer me to shove it up your ass?" Well, he put me in his car and he left my bike, and he took my reefer, which he quite liked. We got to the station and his eyes were all red, and the sergeant said, "Constable, you're out of your head." He said, "Yeah, it's a reefer, do you want some, sergeant? It's a reefer, do you want a blast? It's a reefer, do you want some, sergeant? Or would you prefer me to shove it up your ass?" Well, he suspended the constable for his little joke, and he went to the bathroom to have a little toke. When he got back, I'd rolled another 8, and they were being passed round every copper in the place. Well, I sold them 2 ounces and 1/16, and they rolled the biggest joint that the world has ever seen. And they all sang together, "It's a reefer, do you want some, mindless? It's a reefer, do you want a blast? It's a reefer, do you want some, mindless? Thanks for your company and thanks for the grass."
We're gonna rise up, wake